Robert Peck Wilcox was in the Army Air Corps during World War II. He grew up on a farm in rural Blue Mound.
My grandfather was born and raised right here on this Centennial farm, literally born in the house. His mother was literally born in the house.
Peck's granddaughters, Carrie Wilcox Foster and Mindy Damery, sat down with me to discuss his life. Basically, a modest man who went from central Illinois to being shot down on December 31st, 1943 over southern France. The name Peck being a reference to his physical size.
My grandpa was a short little man. They said that they named him Peck because they said he wasn't any bigger than a bushel in a peck.
Peck's B-17 was shot down that day, and he was able to hide for nearly 9 months in a loft in a home of French citizens who provided him with food and shelter. A dangerous thing to do because the Nazis would have likely taken their lives for doing so.
Where my grandfather was shot down was basically a farming community like what we see here.
When he finally made it out of France in September of 1944, he was able to make it to Great Britain and a short time later sent home. He became a postal carrier and led a quiet life and rarely talked about his 8 months in hiding. But eventually a local teacher convinced him to make annual visits to her elementary school class.
Penny Edwards was a school teacher in Blue Mound, and she kind of drug him out of his shell, and so he would always go and tell her 4th grade at Veterans Day.
Peck's story has been commemorated over the years in France, Carrie visiting in 2015.
And my grandfather's was one because he was the longest held American ever by a French family.
Peck made it out of France with the help of his rescuing family and the French Legion, who got him initially to Spain and Italy. In Blue Mound, Doug Wolfe, WAND News.